In a verdant valley hidden from the world, there resided 3 inseparable cows named Luna, Zephyr, and Marigold. Luna, the black cow with striking white patches, was the joyful spirit of the trio. With her whimsical charm and soft brown eyes, she had a heart that radiated warmth. Zephyr, the white cow, was the thinker among them, her calm demeanor matched with an inquisitive gaze that seemed to spark with wisdom. Lastly, Marigold, the brown cow adorned with a golden tuft on her forehead, added a touch of kindness to the group. She was nurturing and always the caregiver, constantly watching over her friends with an infectious laugh. Together, they spent their days grazing under the brilliant azure skies, playing tag among the wildflowers, and basking in the gentle sun. One fateful afternoon, as they frolicked across an open meadow surrounded by towering oak trees and blooming wildflowers, their laughter echoed in the air. However, little did they know of the ominous figure watching them from the edge of the forest. Amari, a fierce lion burdened by hunger and desperation, crouched behind the underbrush, his golden, glinting eyes fixated on the trio. He had not eaten for days, and when his gaze landed upon the 3 fat, healthy cows, a rumbling hunger twisted in his belly. As he calculated his approach, a plan formed in his mind, for he realized that with their bond unbroken, he could never pose a threat. They were strong together, and he had to pry them apart if he were to feast. Day after day, Amari observed the cows from the shadows of the trees, growing restless and frustrated. He watched as Luna, Zephyr, and Marigold grazed together, shared secrets, and laughed as they chased butterflies. The bonds of their friendship seemed unshakable. Yet, the lion resolved to employ cunning over brute force. If he could turn one against the others, his chance to strike would arise. He ventured out one morning, adopting a facade of friendliness. "Ah, my lovely friends," he greeted with an exaggerated smile. "What beautiful creatures you are! I was merely passing by and couldn't miss the chance to meet such delightful beings." Luna and Zephyr quickly discerned the deception in his eyes and ignored his greeting, remembering the tales of lions that often foretold their predatory desires. However, Marigold, with her gentle heart and open mind, approached cautiously. "Hello? It's kind of you to stop by," she said, her voice a merry giggle. "Come, enjoy the pasture with us." Amari seized this opportunity, and his plan set into motion. Days turned into uneasy weeks, each one filled with soft whispers from Amari. "Look at your friends," he murmured slyly to Marigold one sunny afternoon. "Do you not see how different they are? The white cow, Zephyr, has no beautiful black patches like yours or Luna's. If she were gone, it would be as if we all belonged together, a unity." Marigold, entranced by the lion's cunning words, contemplated the suggestion. It wasn't long before jealousy and pride clouded her judgment. The next day, Marigold found a fleeting opportunity when Luna was occupied, distracted by a group of fluttering butterflies. In a moment of weakness, she led Zephyr away, allowing Amari to strike. With a horrifying roar piercing the serenity of the meadow, the lion fulfilled his treacherous plan, devouring the innocent Zephyr and leaving only Marigold and Luna to mourn the loss. Time passed in an eerie silence. Though Luna remained heartbroken, Marigold felt a sense of guilt gnawing at her insides. Amari returned once more, this time with a facade of comforting innocence. "Only you and I are left, dear friend," he cooed to Marigold. "Now that you have lost the white cow, look at the black cow. She stands apart, different from us. Wouldn't it bring peace to the both of us to remove her, too?" For Marigold, who longed for the acceptance and warmth of the lion's companionship, she foolishly did not resist. Torn between her grief and loneliness, she again distracted Luna, innocently coaxing her away before the lion struck once more, leaving her with an empty pasture and a shattered heart. In the heavy silence that lingered in the air, Marigold wandered the desolate fields alone, grieving her friends. "I am the only one left," she thought with a fading sense of pride. As her heart swelled with false elation, she reassured herself. "I now share my colors with the lion. I will be safe." But the shadows of her decisions loomed closer, and before long, Amari, ever hungry, returned. His growl echoed through the valley, rattling Marigold's very soul. "Today is your turn, dear one," he declared with a satisfaction that sent shivers down her spine. Panic arose within her as she trembled under the weight of betrayal. "But I am your friend," she pleaded, her voice cracking. "I listened to you. I did everything you asked." Amari laughed, a harsh, cruel sound that shattered her soul. "A lion has no friends, only prey. You've allowed yourself to be divided, and it's time for you to understand the folly of your decisions." In an instant it was over. The lion lunged for Marigold, and she met the same fate as her friends, swallowed by darkness in the blink of an eye. Just as the cows had fallen victim to ego and jealousy, so too had Amari's hunger and treachery become a symbol of the cost of separation. The lush valley, once filled with laughter and joy, now lay silent, a testament to the power found only within unity. Strong and unwavering, the cows had once shared the lives of vibrant companionship, a force that neither predation nor misunderstanding could conquer. When we stand united, with love and forgiveness, we become an unstoppable force, akin to a family gathered together against the storm. And yet, the moment misunderstandings, pride, or envy fracture that bond, we succumb to the perils of division. Unity among friends shines brightly, guiding us through the dark, as bright as the sun shining over that once vibrant meadow where 3 cows found safety and strength in their togetherness. Remember always that in unity lies victory, and the most powerful forms of strength bloom at home, among those we cherish, when love blankets our words and actions. Reflect on who you hold dear, who stands resolute beside you in times of strife, and let that bond remind you of the power of unity. Through these moments, we hold in our hearts the key to resisting the divisions that may creep in, for as long as we stand together, no adversity can conquer us.